Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Maritime Training Experience. We're going to be discussing how technology, and in particular, extended realities, can be used in maritime training and showing you some of what that looks like. So the session will be available on the platform immediately after we finish airing. So if you have to leave for any reason, don't worry, you don't have to miss out. My name's Neil Bennett. I'm the Global Sales Lead for Wärtsilä Voyage Simulation and Training. Very excited to show you some of our training technology today. And I'm joined by Greg Trunnell from the Marex Group. So I'll let Greg introduce himself and he will show you the first video. Greg?
Hello, my name is Greg Trunnell and I'm with the Marex Group. Thank you, Neil. These are really exciting and pivotal times, and I am very happy to present virtual reality and a specific VR solution brought to you by Kilo and the Marex Group.
Hello, and thank you for allowing me to present on VR training. My name is Greg Trunnell, and I am very excited to present on such an advancement in maritime training and education. Maritime simulation is not a new subject for me. I have personally set up Kongsberg and Wärtsilä simulators and have had first-hand experience with simulation providers throughout the world. I am quite passionate on the subject of full mission simulation because in my 20-plus years in the field of maritime education, and specifically my work with the Navigation Skills Assessment Program, I can safely state that there has not been a better tool, to date, of ensuring and measuring proficiency of a mariner. Training is going through a sea change. Expectations and behaviors have changed, the world has evolved, and digital transformation has accelerated. We must keep pace in order to optimize technologies that are aligned with this extraordinary evolution and meet the expectations and needs of our present and future mariners, as well as accommodating the exacting requirements of navigational standards. As spending is constrained, return on investment demanded, and skill development needed, we know virtual reality has untapped potential to address all three. To date, the advancements in the technology have often been misrepresented by an enthusiastic development community who have failed to align VR with business needs, giving the impression of gimmick over beneficial solution. This perception of virtual reality needs to change as we evolve our thinking around the present and future needs of maritime training. In the world of aviation, health, engineering, construction, and many others, mainstream use of VR is not news. Inexplicably, in maritime, paradigm shifts have yet to happen, ensuring as an industry we have yet to fully embrace the technological advances of VR, which can offer tangible benefit to workforce development if some of our traditional thinking could just be overcome. Here at Marex, and in association with our content partner, Kilo Solutions, we have embraced the power of digital technology and developed VASCO, the maritime industry's virtual reality bridge training environment. Combining Marex's deep specialist navigational training knowledge with Kilo's development capabilities, our focus has been on optimizing VR to not only train mariners on the what, but within the experiential and multi-user experience of VR, show them the how. VASCO offers a portable, affordable, and immersive experience with a genuine sense of being there and where the complexity of training is adjusted by the remote facilitator appropriate to the participant's need. Building individual and team capability within this collaborative environment is a major step change in our ability to deliver contemporary training for all. The technology now allows the facilitator to host immersive content of this nature on a normal PC and via a domestic broadband connection. The user simply connects pre-designated IP address via their wireless headset and the benefits begin. So let's take a look. Please enjoy this short promo film of VASCO.
Welcome to VASCO, the maritime industry's virtual reality bridge training environment. This technology now permits you to develop your bridge team in the comfort of their own environment, irrespective of location. Simply by donning an untethered headset, we place individuals at the heart of bridge operations. the sense of being there is immediate. Focusing on BRM and coal regs, pre-planned exercises are coordinated by remote facilitation where complexity is scaled appropriate to the need. Captain and navigator briefings to the bridge team permit clarity of role and responsibility for all. ECDIS is monitored, radar interrogated, and the helm controlled. As the transit begins, so does skill development and competence assessment. Navigational instincts are developed as situations evolve and complexity increases. Underway in a virtual environment offers phenomenal savings in cost and time, whilst accelerating procedural understanding aligned to your need. We look forward to helping you embrace the new world for maritime training.
Although it is impossible for you to understand the immersive environment of VR, I will do my very best by stepping on the bridge with you. So let's get on board the VR Navigator. Welcome to Vasco, the Maritime Sector's virtual reality bridge training environment. So as you can see here, I have my Polaris ahead of me. This is my heads-up display. Let's move over to the helm position. This is Gretchen, my helmsman. We're heading outbound. Looks like we're at a course of about due north. Let's go over and look at the radar here. Target coming down my port bow, and I've got another target coming in from the starboard side. Let's look at the electronic chart, shall we? I'm going to be making a turn around that second buoy there on our starboard side. So let's check out the binocular view. And everything's looking pretty good. Let's go out here on the bridge wing. This is really amazing. This is really what differentiates the virtual reality world. We can look not only ahead of us, behind us, but also we can look below us. And just think of the application as we do docking exercises. Back to the ECDIS. Looks like things are progressing well here. And it looks like we're about ready to make our course change. So let's go back to the helm position. Starboard 20.
Starboard 20.
This is a pretty substantial turn to starboard here. So let's make sure we stay in our lane. And let's go full ahead. And this concludes our VR demonstration titled Vasco, brought to you by Kilo Solutions in association with the Marex Group. So let's wave goodbye to Gretchen, our helmsman, and wish everyone fair winds and following seas. Immersive experience is almost an understatement, and the two-dimensional representations that we are showing do not do this justice. You will not understand until you place your Oculus 2 headset on and are transported on the bridge. Your bridge team is there with you, and the audio is just about perfect, even though your helmsman may be located in the UK and your captain located in Norway. Acknowledging that VR has had a bumpy start in the industry, whilst it went through its evolving phases, it is now well beyond that and has the potential to becoming mainstream in maritime. Unequivocal data is demanding that we ignore it no more. Recent statistics from PwC, Harvard Business Review, UCLA, and many others all point to the solid business benefit of reductions in travel, cost, well-being, but also in cognitive learning outcomes in retention, recall, and overall confidence that have become data positive indicators. As training and operational directors are being presented with hard and soft skill shortfalls, VR is being utilized to support improvements in safety procedures, productivity, whilst achieving more for less via superior technology and increasing overall business advantage. The market continues to scale, and forecasts suggest year-on-year growth, knowing that the technology is only going to get better. It is widely recognized that VR is one of the greatest disruptive innovations of our time and is seen as the next generation of unified communications, with the training sector only just starting to recognize its potential. The capability is only limited by the imagination, and part of the aim of VASCO is to present a minimum viable product that stimulates debate and raises questions around the art of the possible in order to ensure that it is tailored to the bespoke needs of our clients. It's okay though for me to sit here and tell you how good it is, but in truth, the only genuine way to experience the power of VR is by donning a headset and experience the benefits of the tech firsthand. They will become immediately apparent, as will an abundance of questions and ambition. Leaving with a couple final thoughts, nobody instinctively demands VR, but they do want the solution that it can deliver. We need to get on board. And let's not discount the significant reduction in our carbon footprint as we embrace an age of VR solutions. Thank you again for this opportunity.
Much, Greg. Very interesting. Bring up a lot of good points there, and definitely identifying the importance of finding the right training to apply this type of technology to. So at Wärtsilä Voyage Simulation and Training, we believe our role is to help our customers navigate through all the stages of this transition to digital learning by helping them to produce more efficient, safer, and environmentally aware mariners who are really properly equipped to perform in this rapidly changing and digitized maritime industry. So virtual reality, augmented reality, our smart simulation in its various forms, it can provide a really highly realistic and immersive environment for effective training. So the next demo video, it's a augmented reality solution that we offer now for training deck officers, captains, and pilots, and it's focused on ship handling specifically. So the first application, our development pilot for this, is for training people on conventional twin-screw cruise ships. We also have a podded propulsion solution available, and we can actually apply this technology to any of the hundreds of vessels, the 6 DOF hydrodynamic and visual models that we have in our library. We've been developing this with industry experts over the last year. Challenging conditions during lockdown, very difficult to do field testing, but we've worked with the team at MSA Solent in the UK, who specialize in training for cruise officers and ship handling, getting their expert feedback, coupled with our own team of specialists, of course, to craft what I think is really a fantastic new solution. So this is complementary to physically installed simulators. There's always a place for full mission, part task, and all the other types of simulators. But this allows the opportunity to get a lot more people involved for, frankly, a lot less cost by using the virtual reality. And the really important thing is that behind it is 25 years of investment in hydrodynamic modeling, physical, environmental, and other pieces of the technology, which is really such an important thing to ensure that it's realistic when you're using it for training. So let's look at the video. So here's the first public look at the new Wärtsilä Voyage augmented reality ship handling trainer. We've got a relatively straightforward exercise for demo purposes here. Cruise ship alongside, typical dock, lines fast far and aft, and we'll bring the ship off the dock and move out to sea. So during the demo, we'll pause and speed up the video due to the time constraints, but typically this would be about a 30 to 60 minute exercise. So here's our trainee, standard headset with leap control for the augmented reality, and you can see a view of what the trainee sees through the headset down there on the right. So now the student's going to move around within the defined area that he has for the virtual reality, and you can see down over the dock here as the lines are let go. So he's got 360-degree view all around the vessel, and he can look up and down to see whatever he needs to see down on the dock. You can also see he can view from stem to stern, which is so important in this type of maneuvering. So now he's going to put his hands on the physical controls here for the bow thrusters and the stern thruster, and you can see he's also able to view his hand interacting with the controls and push buttons and other parts of the controls in the virtual reality world. Here you can see now he's put some thrust on the bow thruster and the stern thruster, and he can see both the wash and the lateral movement of the ship as she comes off the dock. And he's going to come back on the thrusters there now and take a look aft. And you can see we've speeded up quite a lot here as the ship comes off the dock, but we'll begin to put a little headway and bring the ship out to sea. So as I said, all of these controls and indicators are live. They're not just an image. They're actually live controls that you would normally see inside a full mission or part task simulator. So now he can view around the ship again, and you can see the forward motion beginning to pick up for the vessel as we move ahead. Now the student can relocate themselves around the bridge into the center position or both bridge wings. We've got target vessels. We can operate with tugs if necessary, even bring pilot vessels alongside as part of the exercise. The instructor has full control from his instructor station with the student, so he can see everything that the student is viewing, and he has full control to change the conditions, currents, environment, all types of different controls that you would normally see. So now let's look at some of the new features that we have. So this is the latest version. We just captured this in the last few days. Now we've got an instructor with the trainee, actually instructor inside the virtual environment with the trainee. So this could be also a pilot and a captain training together rather than the instructor. And you can also see that now this is actually a podded control vessel. So we've got twin pods here and some other nice new functionality. You can see we've got this view down from the bridge wing there. We're using HTC Vive or Oculus headset. You saw the hand tracking, and you can see the new controls there for the podded controls. And the students can now communicate via voice during the exercise, whether they are in the same location or separate locations. So this isn't designed to replace what you can do on a full mission bridge. The idea is to complement it and make it more available to students, giving them more hands-on training, and ultimately allow this to be done anytime, anywhere in the future. So there are a lot of potential applications. Obviously, the ship handling is one. This can be applied to smaller vessels for tender operations, for example, as well. And I think it's important to point out that we have something like 500 plus ports available to apply this to. And most of the classes of cruise vessels are already modeled in 6 degrees of freedom with all of the hydrodynamic effects. What all we really have to do is model the inside of the bridge and put together the controls in the right way for those particular ships, and it's ready to start using for training. So let's move on. Next video, now we're going down below decks for the engineers and electro tech officers and crew. So if anything, VR perhaps lends itself even better to the engineering spaces for all types of training, whether it be procedural, for large-scale team management, or even emergency operations. As with the navigation applications, the virtual reality is based on the same software as is applied to physical simulators. And this platform's already in use by a number of the cruise lines for training. For example, Seasmart has a lot of this type of engineering simulation, as well as the bridge simulators. So here it's not just visual. This has the detailed technological modeling behind the visualizations. So it's full-scale models of vessels, all the different parts of the plant with a high level of realism. And over the last 10 years, we've developed about 20 different vessel classes, all of which have this 3D model available, which can be applied to the virtual reality. So again, let's take a look at the video and give you a little taste.
The TechSim 3D virtual machinery space functionality is suitable for training in all simulator configurations. The 3D virtual machinery space accurately models the machinery and compartment layout of the vessel. The 3D experience is provided in a variety of formats, including helicopter view, 3D walkthrough, and the new smart realities. The 3D helicopter view is used to show the ship structure and machinery layout. In the 3D walk mode, the trainee movement can be controlled from the 3D map, the gamepad controller, or the touchscreen display. Trainees must use the correct routes through the ship, providing realistic time constraints during the exercise scenario. Trainees can interact with the virtual environment to access machinery local operation panels, valves, and other machinery controls. The Smart Realities provides a totally immersive virtual experience for users of the TechSim engine room simulator. The instructor has full control of emergency scenarios that can be implemented into the simulator exercise. Flooding, machinery failure, fire and smoke are simulated, along with firefighting systems including water mist, foam drench, and CO2 operation. All the visualization modes provide a totally immersive experience, suitable for engine room management training. All of the TechSim ship models and simulator functions are accessible via the cloud configuration, with access from anywhere at any time.
So one more video to show you guys. This one's a little bit different, but no less important. So this is an overview of the ocean learning platform that was recently released by Ocean Technologies Group. And Ocean Technologies Group are the Wärtsilä Voyage partner in digital learning. So the Ocean Learning Platform, it's an online platform offering access to a range of solutions and services that can be utilized for this transition to digital learning. But it also gives you the opportunity to connect into a global maritime training ecosystem. So this is really important. The challenge is often not the technology, but access to it, ease of use, and integration to all of the different training content or solutions that a cruise line or a shipping company wants to have access to for its seafarers. You want everything in one place that's easy to access, and really importantly, get all the results from this type of training into your system so that you can analyze it and get the most from your seafarers and ensure that the investment you're making in the training is paying off. So also part of that is being able to access anytime, anywhere, via a PC or a mobile device, whether the trainee is at home, on board, or at a training center. So the Ocean Learning Platform is really the first system to really bring everything together into one specific maritime platform. And very soon it's going to include our Wärtsilä Cloud simulation for classroom interactive learning and for student-led simulation-based training events accessed on demand. So let's take a look.
Welcome to this overview of our new Ocean Learning Platform. Our new user interface has been designed with a seafarer-first philosophy. The goal was to make the interface more engaging for the user, making it simple to see their required training and find other materials that would be relevant to them. Available on board, online, and on the move, our new user interface is responsive to a user's device, working on mobile phone and tablet as well as Mac and PC. The notification screen is used to update seafarers on critical training, inform them of company notices, or send through bulletins you need them to read. We've created an intuitive experience that reduces the number of clicks to content, and we've put the most important material where it's easiest to access. On the left-hand side, you'll see the menu, which lets the user access the home page, look through required training, browse the Ocean library, search for titles, and manage their profile. Clicking on each of the trays shows you a full list of titles available in that section. Clicking a title takes you to the summary page, where you can see the full detail of the title, a summary of the content and chapters in the module, and then launch the training session. This content-led user experience ties beautifully with the Ocean Competency Management System, which can be set up with company-owned or industry-standard competencies specific to ship type or trade, such as wet and dry cargo, as well as leisure competencies. Once you've set up a compliance matrix for roles and vessels, and the seafarer is placed in a role, their content sections are automatically populated based on their training requirements. The Ocean Learning Platform places emphasis on learning objectives, so in addition to seeing status against a title, you'll also be able to monitor long-term progression against the proficiency and the personal development goals that have been set as part of your learning plan. At Ocean, we're extremely proud of our heritage of creating great industry-recognized content. We combine videos with animation and gamified multimedia content to accentuate the real-world scenarios seafarers face. This blended learning approach sits at the core of our learning science philosophy. Firstly, we focus on the efficient acquisition of knowledge as quickly as possible through interactive e-learning, videos, and self-study guides. The focus then builds towards the effective development of skills and situational awareness through group learning, drills, playthrough scenarios, and immersive role-playing games that test the application of knowledge. We're also opening up our service to support more OEM and third-party, as well as customer-owned content. One of the most important aspects of the Ocean platform is the tools we provide for you to engage your seafarers, communicating your priorities, and gaining assurance that your workforce are truly on board with your initiatives. Our rapid e-learning authoring tool makes it possible for you to design and deploy your own material and add it to your learning library, enabling you to quickly respond to internal and external events, trends, and situations. Our new integrated Pulse survey tool allows you to create bespoke surveys and distribute direct to the seafarer to ensure their voice is heard and helping to remove any organizational blind spots. And our performance appraisal tool enables you to digitize the traditional performance appraisal process and record it in the seafarer's learning record. When used with our Ocean Assessment suite of solutions, it helps you undertake highly effective and seamlessly recorded development plans that connect pre-employment assessments to behavioral and professional development plans longer term. We've also added a virtual classroom into the Ocean Learning Platform. This has all the features you would expect. You can schedule private classrooms with instructor-led training. You can conduct webinars with up to 500 people invited to come to an online conference. And we have all the other standard features with whiteboards, breakout rooms, polls, chat, and screen sharing. The real differentiator here is the seamless integration with the Ocean platform, reducing administrative overheads and consolidating reporting. You can schedule for and invite learners and trainers from your user database, and they will automatically be sent reminders to attend. And you can also use Ocean Pulse Survey to collect further event feedback and improve the use of remote collaboration across your fleet. Digital learning has never been more in focus, and in the Ocean Learning Platform, we have provided the tools you need to seamlessly connect your ship and shore training initiatives, engage your workforce, and achieve performance beyond compliance.
And this concludes our presentation on the digital maritime training experience. If you are interested in learning more about this technology or the various solutions/cost savings that this new technology can offer, please feel free to contact either Neil or I at LinkedIn or Swapcard. We very much appreciate your time today.